So welcome. So this gonna be your first Korean class. Yeah. So I'm going to introduce the very basic of Korean. So I'm going to ask you, yeah, Sarah, one, what do you see in the picture here?
It's a city. I think maybe it's Seoul. I'm not sure,
Mhm.
but it's a big city, and the other one, I think it's a small town.
Small town. Okay. Thank you for your good observation. Okay, Sarah, too, what do you think?
And buildings in the first image and many like banners, and in the second one just a house in rural city.
Okay, very good, Sarah, too. Thank you. What about you, Andrea? Let me check. Yes, you can chat. You can answer on the chat, Andrea. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, she's answering. Yeah. Okay. Let's wait her answer. But I'm going to say something. Left picture. As you can see, there's a lot of signs actually. And yeah, the Sarah one told it's like a capital city. But to be honest with you, I don't know exact location. I just got found from the Google. That is why. But yeah, some place in Seoul. But I have to say, every city, like every single city in Korea, have a location like this. And yeah, all the signs obviously is a Koreans, but some Chinese and some English you might can see as well. Look carefully. Okay, Andrea said, she said, I would say a lot of lights and busy street, and on the second one is the more calm town. Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, let me make some mark. Look at this. Can you see here English? I'm making blue color mark. And can you see these black color things? Yeah, those things. So the first blue color is you can see the English. Now let me change the color to separating. Okay, what about this pink color? This pink color. There, actually the Chinese, that's based on Chinese letter. We call the kanji according to the Spanish. Yeah. So what I wanted to show you from the first picture, when you're learning Korean, you are going to see some English, especially for pronunciation. And also you're going to see some Chinese letter. Yeah. Because before invented Korean, we used to using Chinese letter, and still we're using, but now adapting the Chinese sounds and the syllable became a Korean. And the English is the same way, actually. We just adapting the sounds of English, but syllable using in Korean. So I would like to say, all of you having a very good English skills. So this is going to be huge advantage for learning Korean. So that's for the first picture, what I want to show. Okay. And the second picture, yeah, all of you made the same answer, actually. It's like a old town in Korea, like a countryside. Yeah. Yeah. But actually, this is a location in the Seoul, capital city in Korea. And what I wanted to show you is that this is a very famous location called the Gyeongbok Palace. Korean traditional palace that like have architectural forms like this. So what I want to say is right now in every place in Korea, including the capital city, like old beauty and the new, like a modern beauty, you can see both of them. So it will be pretty delight travel if you go to Korea, actually. You for see the countryside beauty, you have to go countryside? Not really, actually. Yeah, because Korea is a small country. You can see all of the beauty in the same city. Well, of course, depends on what city have a different beauty, but similar. Yeah. Okay, so far, any question?
No, it's everything clear.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, next presentation. Here we go. So let's get into it. Korean alphabets about the Hangul, Korean alphabet. So how it works? So English have an alphabet, well, Spanish have an alphabet, well, Japanese have a katakana, hiragana. Yeah, but Korean, we have a vowel and consonant, the same as English. Actually, we specifically separate. But let me ask you, Andrea. Andrea, you can keep chatting. How many vowels have in English? You can chat. And now let me ask to Sarah too. Sarah too, answer it, please. How many consonants have in English? Andrea said 5 vowels in English. Very good. Yeah, thank you. And Sarah too, what do you think? How many consonants have in English? Yeah, are you counting? I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. Maybe let's counting together. A, B, C, D. You know, the best way to counting, just counting everything and -5. Yeah, that's way more simple, isn't it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Am I counting well? Yeah, everyone started counting.
I think they were 21.
21, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? So -5 will pay, sorry, 16, yeah, 16. Let's count it together again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yeah, 21. So, yes, so 16 consonants and the 5 vowels. That's how it works in English. Yeah, very good. So, in Korean, what about in Korean? So when you're counting, you're going to count like individually like that. 1, 2, 3. And consonant as well. 1, 2, 3. So now let me ask you, Sarah, can you count it? How many vowels have in Korea? Sarah 1. And Sarah 2. How many consonants have in Korean?
Oh my God, 21 vowels.
21 vowels. Correct.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
19 consonants.
19 consonants. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, but I separated the line, as you can see. Here we go. The first line, what I make a line, the red color, the vowel part, those things we called single vowel. And from the consonant, red color, that's we call single consonants. And the blue color, those we call the double vowel. And in the bottom, also called the double vowel. How do we know which one is a single, which one is a double? Yeah, it's a very simple, actually, very simple. Let me make it clear. Let's simply check this one. Try to combine this single vowel with this single vowel. Let me draw it. This one or this one combined, and it became this double vowel. What about the consonant? Let's check these consonants. This one. Let's make it double time like this. It became double consonants like that. Okay, so far question. All good?
No.
Okay, very good. Yeah, don't worry. Eventually, you're going to dealing with every single vowels and every single consonant, so you don't have to write it down right now, no problem. And anyway, I'm going to share the PDF file of the Korean consonant vowel chart later, so don't worry. Just right now, remember how many vowels have in Korean? How many consonants have in Korean? Okay, next slide. Yeah. So interesting part is especially when you're writing the vowel, you need to be careful because according to those three things. Yeah. What I put the meaning in the bottom, like heaven, ground, man, that is based on the Chinese, how to say, let me put that as a Chinese, like a linguistic Chinese theology. Let me put that way. The reason why those are the important because let's go back to the previous page. Yeah. Let's just simply compare with this and this. Let me make it bigger. The first one, this one line and one dot. And this one, another one line and one dot. Well, obviously that's a line, but I'm gonna put that as a dot actually. The following this, following here, the heaven. This dot is a presenting as this one, what I just made a short line. Yeah. So let's go back here. So you can see this dot presenting heaven based on Chinese letter. Only difference is the direction. So that's what you need to be careful. Depends on the direction, it presenting completely different vowel. Let's compare another one. What about this? This and this. One line, dots, one line, dots, like that. Second one was this one. First one was this one. Yeah. So pointing where, that's the important part. Pointing where is presenting completely different vowel. And obviously, because of a difference, sounds also different. Okay. So continue. Any questions so far? Oh, good.
No.
Yes, Sarah. Question?
No, I don't have.
Very good. Yeah, so far it's easy, huh? Okay. And here we go. And now, how Korean syllable make it? What we just saw was a consonant and a vowel. And now let's talk about the syllable, how we make the Korean syllable. Yeah. There is a structure. The first thing what you need to remember, Korean syllable always start with the consonants. Always. And after combine with a vowel. Like that. One consonant, one vowel. That's how we create a basic syllable. But look at here. Especially the concentrate about the blue parts. I put that as an ending consonant actually. Another way they call is a final consonant as well. So this is another structure of a syllable. I just mentioned the basic Korean syllable is a consonant and a vowel. But you can also add another consonant in the bottom or doesn't exist. Depends on the syllable. So what you see in these parts, this is a most complex syllable you can have in Korean actually. Consonant, vowel, another ending consonant, and that's all. Then here's a question. Is it possible we can see two vowels in Korean, one syllable? It's not possible. There will be always one vowel. And maximum two consonants, or can be one consonant, depends on. Any questions so far? All good? Okay. And then here's the, more better structure what I want to show you. Oh, give me a second. I think Andy texted. So it is always just a 3. Yeah. Yes, Andy, it will be always just a 3. Consonant, vowel, another consonant. And the or to indicates, the Andrea told us or to indicates. Yes, also possible. We're gonna check together here. So let's check the first box here. First box, here. So as you can see, red color, every box is actually, they said they presenting same color actually. They put that as an initial consonant. Well, I'm going to sort of call this as a first consonant, more simply. Yeah. First consonant, red color. As you can see, start with the left top part, or just a top part, or left top, or top, like that. So start with a consonant, which means like that. Start with a red color. And after the vowel, I'm going to put the blue color. Vowel, 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 vowel. Vowel, normally, right side of the consonant. Right side, or maybe bottom side of the consonant. Bottom. Or can be like this. This is a double vowel, actually. Example of a double vowel. The last two is an example of the double vowel. So as Andy asked me, the first syllable, actually, the first box, that's the example of the one consonant and the one vowel syllable. But what about the second box? Second box is the one example that's two consonants and one vowel. Extra consonant is in the bottom. And that is, you can see, the blue color. Yeah, that's what we call the final consonant or second consonant. Yeah. Also, the fourth picture have this one, the bottom consonants. Final consonant or second consonant. And last box as well also have that, like that. So then another question is, okay, first box, the concentrate about the vowel, first box, the second box, and yeah, those things, the vowel is a completely right side of the consonant. Yeah, but the third one and the fourth one, the vowel is in the bottom of the consonant. Yeah. Yes, because it depends on what syllable you create. Actually, vowel location is like that. Right side sometimes, or bottom side from the consonant. Yeah. And what about this one then, the fifth and sixth one? Yeah. This one is because you're using the double vowel. Yeah, that's the differences. Yeah. And that's how we can separate. And also another way to separate from this chart, actually, second, fourth, sixth. Yeah, those things, second, fourth, sixth, one have a final consonant or second consonant, the blue color I'm saying, those things. But the first and third and fifth one doesn't have a final consonant. This one, first, third, and the fifth. Yeah. So you're going to get familiar about this individual structure, how you write a Korean syllable. Yeah. So don't worry. Just I'm trying to explain the basic theory, how it works in Korean. Yeah. So any questions so far? All good. Okay. Very good. Okay. Next presentation. Give me a few seconds. Okay, yeah. And now we are going to check your name. How write in Korean? Your name. Yeah, interesting. Actually, yeah. So I'm going to writing down your name here directly. So yeah, Sarah Aguilar and Sarah Flores. And Andrea, I think she has some internet connection problem, I guess. So yeah, let's go with Sarah first, actually. Yeah. So let me remove it, actually, rest of the things, actually. Give me a second. Yeah, like that. Simply. Okay. So here, number one. Sa ra a gil la lu. Like that. And Sarah Flores. Sarah Flores. And additional, the Andy. Yeah. Andrea. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to show you this in the big screen. And now what you're going to do is try to find the syllable from the chart. I'm going to send you the Korean syllable chart right now. Give me a few seconds. Where did I put? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Give me a few seconds. Let me send it to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just give me a few seconds. I'm going to send you via WhatsApp. So try to check. Yes. So did you guys receive it, the Korean syllable chart? Yeah, Sarah? Yes.
Yes, but
Yes,
it's
but
still
it's
loading.
It's a loading. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So also I just sent you the screenshot of the your actual name. Number 1 is for Sarah Aguilar. Number 2 is for Sara Flores, actually. Yeah. So the screenshot is more easy to see from your cell phone, I guess. Like turn on your WhatsApp from your cell phone and check the screenshot of your name. And for the Korean syllable chart, I will show you in the screen here. So it's more easy to find. Yeah. So I'm not going to ask you find your name, actually, every single syllable of your name. First, let me explain. Let me make a mark. Yeah. Okay, this one. Yeah. One syllable, one. So first of all, how many syllables have in your name? Let me ask the first. How many syllables have in your name? Sarah, I get a letter first.
I'm counting. I think there are 6.
Perfect, exactly. And Sarah 2, Sarah Flores, how many? Also 6, exactly. Very good. And what about this, Sarah? Sarah 1, can you answer? How many syllables have in Andrea?
Yes, I think they are 4.
4, exactly. Very good. Yeah, very good. Exactly. The counting syllable is pretty easy. Now, if you get used to it, how consonant looks like and the vowel looks like will be more easier. Okay, so now what you're going to find from chart is a first and second syllable only. First and the second syllable only. First and second. Yeah. Okay. So yes, turn on this screenshot of your name on your WhatsApp on your cell phone, and you're having class via tablet or notebook for sure. So on my screen here, yeah, check the chart from here. Yeah. So you can try to find the same shape, actually. Try to find the same shape. And once you find it, you can also see the pronunciation in the bottom of the syllable. There's English, the gray color, and try to read. So when you're ready, you can unlock the mute and start to say. Maybe I will give you this one. Oh, yeah, yes.
I'm looking for the second one.
Second. That's a best. That's a pretty best, actually.
Oh my god. Yeah. So stupid. I already found it.
Okay, very good. I'm pretty sure you got the correct answer, Sarah 1. Yeah, so I will ask to Sarah 2. Sarah 2, what will be your pronunciation for your 2-syllable beginning of your name? Sarah. That was a very obvious and the easy, was it? Yeah, like those. Yep, that was a pretty easy. Yeah, that was a pretty easy. Yeah, like that. So this is what we are going to, what you're going to use for check every single syllables, how make it sounds, the vowel sounds, consonant sounds. So yeah, we're going to see several for today. Yeah, but let's try to finish the presentation. Okay, so any questions so far? How works your name? Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, very good. Yeah. And eventually, from today class and maybe 2 more classes, pretty sure you can able to write down your name. Yeah. Yeah, like this. You will. Yeah. Okay. The next presentation. Yeah. Let me show you. Screen like that. Yeah, so we just did this one. Look at the Korean consonant vowel chart and check your Korean name. Yeah. And what else? Once we able to read Korean syllables, and after that, what you're going to deal with is called the terminology. So let me ask you this first. Any of you, Sarah, do you guys know how to read the Japanese? Maybe any of you?
No.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, the reason why I'm asking because in Korean, we have a terminology considered that's the grammar in Korean. And Japanese also have a terminology, same style. And here's the interesting part. As I mentioned at the beginning of the class, you guys are speaking English very fluently. Yeah. But also if you can speak Japanese fluently, also it will help you a lot for studying Korean. It is a good to know. It is a good to know. Yeah. But don't worry, even if you don't know any Japanese, there's no problem for learning Korean. It's just like extra things. Yeah. Okay. So what is the terminology? What is the terminology? I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to say 2 sentences in Korean. Try to compare. Number 1, 안녕. Number 2, 안녕하세요. Pretty sure Sarah won't recognize what was 안녕하세요. Perhaps Sarah won. Do you know?
Yeah.
We
saw that in the morning.
Exactly. And now let me ask you Sarah too then. Sarah too, do you know what is the meaning? 안녕하세요.
I think it's like hi, but I'm not certain.
Yep, it is a correct information. Yes, Sarah too. That's the hello. The hello. And yes, so in Spanish, we have 3 different ways to say hello. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Depends on the timeline. But in Korean, it doesn't matter. Whatever timeline it is, you can simply say 안녕하세요. Then now let's compare. The first sentence, what I said was 안녕. Second sentence, 안녕하세요. At the beginning, sounds was the same. 안녕, 안녕하세요, 안녕, 안녕. Same. What is the differences was last 3 syllable. 안녕 and 안녕하세요. This part. That 하세요 is what we call the terminology. So what is about that then? What is that? What is that? Simply thinking like this way. Sarah, when you guys are talking each other, maybe you guys say, hey, ¿qué haces, güey? Yeah, ¿qué onda? No problem, right? But what about Sarah, if you talk with your mom, can you able to say like, hey, ¿qué onda, mom? Like you can say that?
Sometimes, but not like rude. Because
okay, that's interesting. All right. Yeah. Thank you for your answer. What about you, Sarah, too? Can you say that to your mom?
Not really.
Okay, so and now let me ask you, Sarah one, why you cannot say like that to your mom every time? Why cannot?
Because it's disrespectful, because she's older than me, and then she gonna punch me with the chancla.
Punch you with a chancla. That sounds like a terrible example. But yeah, okay, that's a great example. Yes, terminology function is that. Having a terminology make it polite. Without terminology, it's a maybe casual or maybe just a not casual, like a not even casual at all, which is a rude sometimes, depends on. So that's the function of the terminology. Being a rude or being a polite, having a terminology or not having, yeah, depends on. So this is gonna be the first grammar we're going to learn after finish how to read a Korean. And any questions so far? Oh, good. Okie dokie, very good. Oh, yes, Sarah, question? Oh, good, yeah, right.
No, everything okay.
Thank you. Okay, and the number 2 is called the quantity nouns. Interestingly, also Japanese grammar have a same thing called the quantity noun. What is that? This is a bit tricky part. Probably we're going to learn this maybe after learn maybe 5 or 6 grammars, which is a long time later. And after we're going to dealing with some Korean numbers, and we're going to dealing with this one. So when you learn in Korean number, you have to learn 2 different number forms. One is a Korean number, but other one is a Korean Chinese number. Yeah, do you guys remember before invented Korean, we used to using Chinese letter. So what I just mentioned, Korean Chinese number is based on Chinese pronunciation or based on Chinese letter. So here's a question. But we are using Korean, but why we have to using 2 different numbers? That's so confusing. Yeah, my answer is because of the quantity noun. What is the quantity noun then? Why? What is that? Because of this, we have to learn 2 different number form. That's not fair. Yeah, but I have to say, quantity noun, we call the quantifier, another way to say. So when you're counting something, you have to use a specific noun. For example, for reading an hour, you have to using specific quantity noun. And after for reading a minute, also you have to using specific quantity noun. And for the second, you have to using specific quantity noun. But still, I didn't give you the answer why we have to learn 2 different number form. Yeah. So depends on the quantity noun, you have to decide using Korean number or Korean Chinese number. Yeah. That is a bit tricky actually. Yeah. But don't worry, we're gonna see a lot of things. And the why I put this one in this the what else topic, by the way, because it's a pretty important, because one of a quantity noun is for the counting money as well. So one day when you go to Korea, it's gonna be very useful. Yeah, when you learn how to read the money digits in Korean, and let me tell you, that's using Korean Chinese number, by the way. Yeah. And with the quantity noun put together, you can recognize the money, how much and the price and everything. Yeah. But why is that important? Consider you're a foreigner. As a foreigner, when you go touristic area, the price, it can be different to you compared with the original, because we called ripping off. I'm gonna be honest with you, that thing can happen in Korea. That thing can happen in Korea. Not all the time, yeah, but that thing can happen. So preventing people trying to ripping you off, it is good to know. Yeah, how to read a number, how to recognize about the monies and numbers. Okay, so far, any question?
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay, and the last part is cultural differences and the language actually. Yeah. Okay. For quickly explain about this part, cultural differences. Yeah. It is about the, well, I mean, I think not really need extra explanation. Yeah, because you guys already like in the course of the lingua moderna de English in university. Yeah. So, well, already you see some differences between the English culture or UK culture, America culture, and the Mexican culture. Yeah, like that. Korean, same. Yeah. But the Asian culture, let me put that way. Yeah, Asian culture, Korean culture. Yeah. it won't be a lot of differences actually. Well, at least America is near to Mexico, so have some similarity actually. For example, you guys are celebrating Christmas. Yeah. In Korea, we also celebrate the Christmas, but most of the Christmas for the Korean is only for the Christians actually, or couples. Yeah. It's not really for family things. Yeah. So I'm so happy finally I can go back to Mexico in Christmas season because Christmas here is boring. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And about the language, what else? The cultural differences with the language? Yeah, we're going to talk about this later. Very soon. Any question? All good?
All good.
Okay, very good. And after this one, we can skip it. And that's all for the presentation. And we're gonna move on to the second session. All right.